champions here, loved by many, hated by few, respected by all, second to none, second to none. It's a very abbreviated version this time around of the Commish Radio Show. We've been on our other portals. If you can follow us on IG Live, you'll see what we're doing over there. Twitter, of course, Ed Grade 1906, and Roku. We still are on Roku, so look at the show on Roku. Which one is it? Roku. There you go. That's it. Look at it. So that's what it is. I am so tired. I'm so tired. We were trying to get all of the graphics for this show and everything, and we're just tired. We left the Alpha Convention. You got that picture of me and Pastor Haynes? You got that? Roll that up for a minute so the folks can see that. We were at the Alpha Convention. Myself ran into Pastor Dr. Freddie Haynes, the president of the Rainbow Push Coalition. I had an opportunity to speak to him about environmental justice and also about being a good Alpha brother. So I'd like to send a shout out to all of the Alphas that are in town for the convention. Hopefully I'll be able to see some of them later on this evening, but that's what we're doing now. Sending a shout out to them as well. Brother Willis Lonzer, General President, Willis Lonzer of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. They're here for the national convention, and it was a great convention that was held here at the Anatole. We had an opportunity to talk to Brother Roland Martin. I'm a longtime fan and friend of Roland Martin. I remember years back we used to have those fight parties. I know some of you probably going to have the fight party this evening with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, but I recall back in the day we had fight parties with Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, and Roland Martin was there, right there with us. When he wasn't in Vegas, we were just having a fight party here in Fort Worth, in Arlington. So that's what we were doing. So, a shout out to them as well. This week, as every week for the last couple of weeks, I've been losing friends. As you know, Lorenzo Gray was supposed to have been on this show 2 weeks ago, and he didn't appear on the show. We do our show on Saturday. Brother Gray died on Friday. So, that's shocking as it was. That's what happened a couple of Saturdays back. And we had that funeral, and before that, we had the funeral of Chris Jackson, a Carter High School alumnus. But now we have the funeral of, not the funeral, but the death of another Carter High School alumni as well, Carnell Murrell. And we had the opportunity to look through these files that we have on YouTube. So we're able to play Carnell Murrell at his best. But I remember Carnell Murrell very well at Carter High School, because that's where we grew up, and we used to call him Peebo. Peebo Bryson, Peebo. So we called him that because his voice was dynamic, and when he sung, all the women go, oh, Peebo, Peebo, Peebo. Oh, that's just Carnell. Oh, Peebo, Peebo, Peebo. But deep down inside, we were saying, he sure can't sing. I wish I could sing like him. But Carnell would be working at Redbird Mall, and, he would always have a way of, if you walk past where he was working at, because they used to sell pianos there and that kind of thing, and he would play the piano in the mall, and if you were walking through the mall, he would make a song up about you while you were walking through the mall. So you try to walk real quick through the mall because you didn't want to be part of his song, because he'd be singing with the microphone, that kind of thing. So we're definitely going to miss Carnell Murrell. So let's play that clip, and let's go back in time. All right?
Play a little line of a song that could really, there's somebody watching right now that really needs inspiration, especially when we look at economy right now. You see how that things are really kind of going down. Just yesterday, one of our next door neighbors had lost their job. So what song would you give to them that would really kind of lift them?
You know what, if I were to do something on the spot, I got a song called It's Because of You.
Yes.
I can wave my hands. It's because of you I'm able to stand.
Yes.
It's because of you I can lift my voice. Everything I am is because of you. Everything I am is because of you. Na 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 na. And we just can remember that it's because of God.
Ooh, Jesus. He's the only. He is the only way. He is the only one that we can depend on, and he is our source.
Come on, D, when we lose everything, when your house, I know, I used to smoke weed going to church. I was bound. The devil had me bound back home in Dallas. I'm talking about, grew up, got saved, smoking weed, taking my Visine, put some mouthwash in, getting high. I know what it felt like to do that kind of stuff. Knocking the girls off before I was married, you know, banging them up and just getting away with it. But I told God, I said, God, I like it. I said, I can't quit. Wow. Y'all folk laying hands on me don't work, God. It don't work. Them putting that all on me, it don't work for me, God. I said, I like it too much. I can't quit. Wow. I said, God, if you want me to quit, I said, you're going to have to deliver me because I like it. It feels good to my flesh. Wow. God told me, he said, because you're honest, he said, you're free.
Wow.
And I've been free ever since.
My God.
And I lift my hands and give him glory.
Thank you,
All
Jesus.
you do when you're in the middle of your trouble and what we call trouble, just lift your hands and just honor him.
Yes, yes.
And just give him glory.
That's key. That's key. That's the only way out. That's the only way out. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So right where you are, I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who this message is touching right now, but I just really believe that where you are, you're just there, just temporary, and God's getting ready to bring you out, all because you've tuned in to TCT, the Dorinda Show. And my guest here, Carnell Murrell, is going to play another tune of a song that's going to lift your spirit. I want you to take a listen at this.
Yeah, you know, this song, Vicky Mack and I have a new, Vicky Mack has a new series out called the Sing Along series. And so this song is called As a Deer. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
It goes like this, it says, As a deer panteth for water, my soul yet thirsts for you. You're like a fragrance in the air. You're sweet as the morning, as the morning dew. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Can you say sweet? You gonna say it with the rest?
I say it with you.
Oh, sweet,
sweet,
say sweet,
sweet,
oh yeah, sweet,
sweet,
oh, sweet,
sweet.
in the morning, yeah, sweet.
He's sweet.
Say it the rest.
Yes, he is. Say he's sweet, oh, sweet in the morning, in the noonday, late at the midnight hour. Oh, 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 taste and see that the Lord is good. Ain't he sweet? Ain't he sweet? Ain't he sweet?
Ooh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's so sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet, sweeter than a honeycomb. Hey, he'll never leave you alone.
No, he won't.
Sweet, sweet, he is so sweet.
As the morning, as the morning dew,
as the morning dew, sweet as the morning dew, sweet as the morning dew.
Back again.
That's Carnell.
All right. Wow. Man, I can just hear his voice. I heard it right there, but to me, I can just hear his voice in class. You know, when you clowning in class and you're supposed to be doing your work and everything, and someone's singing and all that kind of stuff, and and that's the kind of thing he would do. And just as I was describing earlier, that's the way he would be at the mall. He had a job at the mall, and dressed to the nines, dressed nicely and everything. And as you were coming through the mall, he would make up a song on the spot, just like he did right there. Just make up a song on the spot and do that. That's the same way he would be in class too. Make up songs, get that beat going on the desk and everything. You know how we used to do that. Get that beat on the desk going and everything, and the teacher would tell us not to do anything on that, but they be really jamming too. We keep losing people, man. I keep losing people, whether or not it's at Carter High, whether or not it's through other aspects of life. I've realized how short life is. I've always realized that, as I've often said, we go through life thinking that life is so certain and death is uncertain, when it's the other way around. But, this past week, we were thinking that, Carnell Murrell would be here, again, attending the Carter High School alumni reunion that we have planned up and everything, which reminds me, I need to go ahead and pay for the reunion tickets, but I need to go ahead and do that. And God willing, I'll be there as well, because you never can tell. Never can tell. I'm not taking anything for granted. Never can tell. Now, Carnell Murrell was a former guest here on this show as well. He did a call in from Detroit. So we played his music on this show as well. So we, as I say before, play local music and everything. But, that's what that is, But I recall very vividly the 1980, class of 1980. We had the pep rallies and assemblies and all that kind of thing. You got some Peebo Bryson over there. Yeah, you can find some of that. We used to call him Peebo, Peebo, because he could sing "I'm So Into You," and he could sing that song, and the women would go crazy. The women would go crazy over that, and we would say, "Man, that's just Carnell Murrell." Bertie Alexander, I believe. That's just crazy. I'm calling out elementary schools names and everything, but this is the whole thing that we live our life by. My mother, God bless her soul as well, she came home one day and she had Carnell Murrell album, and played the Carnell Murrell album. That was back in the day when Kirk Franklin was getting started and everything. So we had that vibrant musical scene and gospel music here. But, you know, that is what I grew up with at the Carter High School. That's what we dealt with as well. We're going to miss you, Carnell Murrell. We're going to miss you, brother, because we were into your music. And, you know, so I know Facebook is probably going to go and cut us off again, as they always do. But I saw another concert on someone else's Facebook channel. But we're going to take a chance on this, because when Carnell Murrell sung Peebo Bryson at our pep rallies and our pep assemblies and our student concerts and everything, man, it was a sight to behold. Let's go ahead and play some of that music. And then
smile.